So, as expected, tomorrow's finale in the Cubs-Cardinals season series, it will have a whole bunch on the line because it's deadlocked at even. 6 games to 6 games, even though the fellas are 5-2 over their last 7 versus St. Louis. But you see this right here, that was the last gasp for these Chicago Cubs. They're doubled up by the Cardinals 8-4 in game 2 of this series. And like we said, it's going to have a whole lot on the line, and you saw what that man was able to do. Jay Báez. When you see Jay Báez in Chicago, you're thinking of Javi, but Joshua, he was taking center stage today. Come on in. This is Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Yuengling Flight, the next generation of light beer. Cole Wright, Cliff Floyd, and Joshua Báez swinging it like a seasoned veteran today.
Like, what do you even start with this kid?
I mean,
right?
Unreal.
I think when you get the call that you're getting called up, the nerves set in. But when you look at this kid, I mean, he didn't look nervous at all. Of just like smiles, and he couldn't wait to get here, and rightfully so, because there's nothing else to do in the minors when you have 34-90 at the minor league level in AAA. So when you look at the first at bat, you're going, okay, but you know you might ambush based on the fact that you know Matt Boyd is always in the zone. That's one thing you heard before you got here. Is your first at bat is going to be against Matthew Boyd, and you just ambush him. If you get a shot at it, he did not miss that fastball. The boys on the bench were crazy. The second at bat, right, you're going to see that little get-me-over slurve, curveball, one down in the dirt. He takes a really good pitch there. He thought he could get him again. Good take. And then a changeup. He hits into the left field bleachers. And I'm saying to myself, whoa, the swing looks violent, though. Look at that swing. Look at the bat speed. Look at everything he's bringing to the table. Holding on to the bat. He has some of that, you know what, in him, right? So I'm going to third at bat. Here we go. Little back door. He stays out there, and this is a good pitch by Matt Boyd. To me, that was a pitch where if you hit that ball, that's a base hit typically. That's a backdoor get me over. That's going to be on the black. And Matt says, are you kidding me? He couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. But look at that. First inning. I mean, distance-wise, you can go exit velo 108. The second one, okay, it was a little bit short of 100. And then the 6th inning one on the slider, he didn't get that one at all. So I don't know what's going to happen with the rest of the season with this kid, but I'm anxious to see. He has some strikeout in this game.
He does.
Where we started at the minor league level. He does have a 4-homer game down there, right?
4 home runs. There's fewer 4-home run games in Major League Baseball than there are perfect games. So rare feats, he's no stranger to them.
No, and I mean, the family in attendance, everybody, it looked like he had his whole family and friends up there in the crowd. All I can say is I dreamt of just having a day, like, a regular day. You have some good at-bats. You get after the game. Your dad's there, your mom and them there. You give them hugs. I don't know how I would react to a day like this. Had I had 3 homers with a chance to go for the 4th one, and he just missed the 4th one, right, of Colin Ray?
I don't think I would have taken the steps into the clubhouse. I would have ran through the brick wall. There would have been a big outline of me. Exactly.
Look at this boys down.
Yep, the Memphis Redbirds. You see
they
that
can't
right
believe it. But they probably can believe it, because you got him at the right time. When you get dudes that are hot in the minors, he's going to leave everybody in disbelief.
Bring him up.
This is when you get dudes, right? He left, and I guarantee everybody is there was like, this is it. This is the time to get him. They showing it on. They showing it down there.
I love that the Memphis Redbirds were watching Marquee Sports Network, and they weren't watching the St. Louis Cardinals affiliate.
You got to show.
That's what you call brand placement right there. You have to love that.
That's pretty cool, though.
And if you're Joshua Báez, you think he's sleeping well tonight? You think dinner is going to taste like the best meal of his entire life? Cliff, you've been there. You've had some whale of a days, but this one right here is taking center stage for him.
I remember that night and going to dinner with the fam, and it wasn't this type of night at all. So dinner's going to be phenomenal. He might not sleep. He might sleep in. I will, when you think about tomorrow's game.
He's got to play tomorrow.
What's wrong with you?
What
do you mean he's got to play?
Well, we've seen guys have banner days, and then next thing you go look at the lineup card. Oh, El Bencho, they're not playing.
If he doesn't play, their manager will not be allowed back in St. Louis. Period. I don't care how you look at it. If he don't play tomorrow, that's not even. We can move on from that because he's playing tomorrow. But to be able to have this in front of your family, the first time you step in a major league batter's box. It's something where I'm starting to sweat a little bit because you don't get to understand you've been waiting. He's only 23 years of age, been waiting for this chance.
Imagine
had this great year. Probably didn't moan and groan about not getting called up. When you got 34-90, it's time to get out of there. And you have now a couple months to shine. to hopefully bottle up something that goes to spring training, and we're going to see this kid.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how they're going to put him in the lineup. I don't know if they're going to, start talking about he strikes out this and that. We'll see how it unfolds the rest of the season, but it's going to be tough to beat this day ever again in his career.
Okay, and in order to appease the statistical nature of our researcher, Christopher Pasquale Antonacci, there's been more than 23,000 Major League Baseball players, fewer than 24,000, and not one of them in their first 3 plate appearances has gone bridge. Definitely a day that he and all the fans at Wrigley Field will remember for quite some time. Specifically, Cubs skipper Craig Counsell. Here he is.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great game. He had 3 different pitches for home runs. He had a great game. He beat us for sure.
What did you see from Matt today? What was different?
Yeah, I mean, not a lot. I mean, I think he got into trouble at the first inning. Weatherholt, I think, worked a really good at bat against him, and I think, that's it. When in the first inning and you walk a guy on like a 9-10 pitch at bat, it puts you behind the 8 ball immediately as a starting pitcher in my eyes. You've thrown almost innings pitches for an inning and you got nobody out and starting the game. And so they did a nice job in the first inning. Obviously the home runs, but it's one of those games where you make some mistakes. I didn't think. The first home run I thought maybe was a mistake. The last 2 were just he hit some good pitches, and you tip your cap. So sometimes that happens.
Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it rains. That's what we saw today. It rained and the Cubs, they lost. It's pouring beer right there. That's where our bar locator is going. Where are we coming after the game? It's right past the studios right here. It's Almost Home Tavern right up the street. That's right. You see it on Grace and Clark. Oh, the bar, it is pouring. And if you're there, free shots on our guy Cliff.